mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Check 30. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set.
Hey, Haywood. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. All day, baby. All day. All 150. Look what we do.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's caught. Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Come on, boys, come on. 12's mine, 12's mine. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
No score after one on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Even. 4 down. Even. Mike 41. Mike 41. He can't hang. He's not. Cat 300. Cat 300. Mike 41's the Mike. Check 41. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's the Wisconsin native and former Badger, J.J. Watt. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Hey, let's get this. Check three. Kill. All right. Turn up. Kill.
Rodgers now on third and goal. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt, his second sack of the night. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hold to try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let them know. 26. 41's the Mike. 40. Hey, Delta. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check 3. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Plant.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. A very solid gain of 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Watson on target here to Fuller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yeah. Let's make these babies cry.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, 42 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Kill. Hey, switch gears.
Hey, take 26. Box it.
Now it's Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. for 28 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
First down and goal to go.
Yeah, Liz.
Check 55 to Mike.
Better bring it. You better
Put it again.
Now Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Switch.
On the 50.
Check.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down and they will lose the football. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch the screen. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Yeah, Liz.
Check. Crunch.
Look again.
Throwing again. Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 42's mark, 42's mark.
Right here, right here.
19.
On 2nd and 9, Watson forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A first down carry now for Miller. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
42. Bring it. Bring it.
Check 9, check 9. Kill.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson on first down. This is Miller, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Target. Show it up. Go ahead, baby. Go.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal.
Push him back. Watch it. Check it back. Check 37. Check nickel.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers looking downfield for Jones. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 39 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Check 13. Check 13.
55 mark.
Back north.
You must.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the 50, it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or they're going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And an alley to run. They put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans push further out in front. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there at 22. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit. Back. Kill.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike 37. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, exit.
We go 37 is the Mike. Mike 37.
They can't hang with us.
And we go 37. Mike 37.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Steve 6.
Rodgers again now. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 61 yards.